Afternoon. So I'm at my parents' house in their driveway, currently doing laundry. I just threw in a wash, or threw in a load. What the hell am I talking about? I just threw in a load right before work because I had to go in for 2 o'clock. So I'm just chilling right now. I figured I would do a quick story time with y'all. I'm trying to stay consistent. I'm trying, because normally I would just fall off again. I'm not gonna do that this time. I swear I'm not. So this is basically about I guess just how school was, being half white, half black, biracial, while living in the black community, the urban neighborhood. So I'm currently in I'm like right around the corner from like my first school. So I went to a public school in the black community. So most of the kids, they were black. You had a few Hispanics, but for the most part black. Mostly black teachers. You had a few white teachers who came from like other townships or like other states like PA, right? Because when teachers who come from far out, like I guess like good schools, I'm guessing, don't pay the teachers that much compared to like the schools that are considered like low income or just in a bad environment. Because like my environment, like where I grew up, wasn't the best. Like you definitely had like drug dealers on the corners, crackheads walking around. Every few minutes you hear sirens, whether it's the ambulance, cops, it was just a lot going on, right? That's where basically I grew up, and I'm still in that area right now. So anyway, I went to public school from kindergarten to 2nd grade, right? So there was definitely some teasing there. Like, for example, I had a lot of hair, right? So my grandma on my dad's side, she's like a MGM because her mom is biracial and her dad is black, right? Her mom is a black mom, white dad, biracial. So my grandma's, I guess, an MGM, kind of like my kids. So because I have 3 MGM boys, I guess, because I'm biracial, their father's black. So I don't know, but anyway. So my grandma would either compare me to Princess Jasmine or Pocahontas. Like, so if my hair was more like a blown out style, like with a blow dryer, or like brushed out, then Princess Jasmine. But when my hair was straightened, or then I would compare to Pocahontas, because my hair was like really, really dark brown, almost black, and down to my waist, right? So it was really, really long and thick. I'm actually in the process of growing my hair back out because I did the big chop last year, June? I'll say like last year around the beginning of June. So it's definitely, it'll be almost a year since I cut all my hair off. Well, shit, I actually went to the barber shop and had them just shave that shit down. Like, I just said, nah, take it off. I'm gonna start over. So anyway, the girls back then would put gum in my hair or spit the little paper ball tissue or paper in the straw. That's nasty. So that was like kindergarten to 2nd grade, where my mom would have to like put peanut butter in my hair or wash my hair so often because of just that, right? Or they'll pull my hair and ask me if it's real. They'd be in like looking at my hair, and I was shy and quiet, so I didn't know what to do or what to say. Like, is your hair real? I'm like, yeah. The hell? I thought that was, I don't know. So, I didn't know why they would do that because I was young, so I didn't understand. But my parents would always tell me, like, because you just have really long hair, so people are very either jealous or very just curious about your hair. You have a lot of hair and it's big and curly. So I have like a type 3B, 3C, I guess, range, and it grows out kind of wide. Like, it grows out big, right? It can get pretty big, and it shrinks up into a cute little fro. So anyway, and so that was kindergarten to 2nd grade, and then I transferred to a Catholic school because of the bullying that I was getting from the kids, and the teachers weren't that helpful either. They didn't really care about the teasing and the bullying. They're like, whatever. you know, is gonna make her tough. Basically, that was their whole idea of what was going on. I'm like, or their conclusion or whatever. It was like, oh, it should be tough, she should be all right. My mom was like, nah, we're good. So they took me out and I went to a Catholic school. So from 3rd grade to 7th grade, I went to 2 Catholic schools, because the Catholic schools from the one that went from 3rd grade merged with the other one. So I transferred from the first one to the second one from 4th grade to 7th grade. And it was a bit of teething, but it wasn't anything major, because I don't know, they don't really care too much, I guess. Like, people definitely brought up that I was mixed or that I had a lot of hair, but it wasn't anything crazy. But then I went back to 8th grade. I went back to that first school, because the Catholic schools cost money. You're paying thousands of dollars to go to these schools, and one child is one thing, but to send 2, because I have there's 4. I'm one of 4 sisters. So the 2 other ones were twins. So they were way older, so they didn't really count. It was me and my little sister who went to the same schools, basically. And so to send 2 little kids to a Catholic school, that's twice the money. So you're paying a lot of money, right? Thousands of dollars for these schools. And then I was like, oh, you know, she's only gonna have 1 year left at a public school. But anyway, so 8th grade year, my first day. So going in there, I met I made friends, you know, with a few of the girls. But the first day, so for me, backstory, I'm really, really shy. I'm an introvert. So from the age of 5 to about high school, I've always been really shy, really to myself, because I stutter. So I have a speech impediment. It's not as bad now, but when I was younger, it was pretty bad. And I also wore these really, really big, thick glasses, like Albert Einstein glasses, like real thick. So my eyes would look huge, like it would be huge. Oh my god. And then, you know, when you're getting older, you're going into your features. So when you're younger, you have, you know, your teeth are bigger, right? And then, so you're just, I didn't start glowing up until about freshman year of high school, when I had my little cute little, you know, group glow up, I guess you can call it. Anyway, so now, mind you, 8th grade, I'm shy. I'm to myself. The girls who I eventually became friends with, the first day they came to my desk and was like, hey, how come you don't talk to anyone? Like, you're like, you know, we're all hanging out and you're just like, you stay in the corner. And I was like, I'm shy. I don't talk to people like that. And within like the first week, they realized how nice I am and how cool I am, because we eventually started talking. You know, they were basically trying to break me out of my shell. And I remember coming home by the end of that week, and my parents asked me, you know, like my sisters, my parents, you know, how was your first day or first week back to school? And I was like, it was all right, you know. And especially because going back to that same school where I had a lot of issues at when I was younger, you know, there was kind of concern, like, you know, you're back in the school like this, in this neighborhood where you've been, you know, kind of teased for being, you know, half white, being lighter skin, and having a different hair texture. So, because even with like the kids outside, I was always called white girl, even though obviously I don't look white. I have the broad lips, you know. The only thing on me is like maybe like my nose, because it's a bit more pointier, right? But in my hair texture, but even then, I don't look white, right? If anything, people always ask me if I was Hispanic, some type of Hispanic, like either Puerto Rican, Dominican, something. So I don't know, but so like, yeah, you know, people definitely questioned if I was mixed, or why my hair looked the way it looked, or whatever. And if I was just Hispanic, it was always something. But specifically, they asked me, you know, did I meet any people, you know, did I make any friends? You know, because I always had a hard time making friends because of that fact. So I was like, you know, it's all right. I met 2 girls. They seemed cool, but then I mentioned that within that week, they brought up that I guess when they finally got to know me, they said they admitted to, we thought you were conceited or stuck up because you didn't talk to anyone. And they brought up the fact that, I'm lighter skinned, and that's like a stereotype that, light skinned girls don't talk to anybody. And I was like, so my family, my family, they know I said it, right? So when I'm telling them this, I was like, the truth, the reason why I don't talk to anyone is because I can't talk. I was scared I was gonna get teased for freaking stuttering. So my family we all just busted out laughing. It was like, people don't really know what's going on with people. They just make assumptions. Like, I hate that stereotype. They're conceited. Some of us just are shy, right? So that was middle school. High school, like this, I have like so many little things, but this one issue that I had was an English class. So I had this brown skin teacher, more on the heavier set side. She always wore the same bob with the bang, pretty kind of like the color that Beyonce would normally wear, like that goldish brown right hair, but she had a bob with a bang. It was cute though. She always looked really nice, but she always wore like the same hairstyle. And I didn't know too much about colorism. Like, I've heard of it, but I didn't really know much about it because I didn't really pay attention to skin tones. It was just like, we're all people of color. I didn't really care. So, but she brought it up and tried to bring up the Beyonce versus Kelly Rowland thing that everyone always brings up. They always want to compare those two. Like, they're both talented in their own way. One is just out there more because I feel like specifically Beyonce, I feel like she works harder. But that's just whatever. So, people can have their own opinions on that. I don't really care, but that's just my point of view. And yeah, so she brought up Beyonce and Kelly Rowland, and then she looks at me. So mind you, my best friend at the time from 8th grade, who we ended up going to the same school together, the same high school. She's dark skinned. She's basically between I feel like Kelly Rowland's skin tone, specifically Kelly Rowland's skin tone, right? I'm more of the Beyonce, Halle Berry, I guess, skin tone. Not that light, but I'm light. So, but in that school, I guess I'm considered light enough, right, for them to bring up colorism, right? And then because I'm also mixed, and my hair texture, so they noticed that my hair texture, even though I barely ever wore it curly, but I had a lot of hair, and my hair does not take much to get pinned straight, right? It's just I can get it pretty straight pretty easily. It doesn't take that much work to do my hair at all, and I guess they noticed that. So I'm gonna have to do a lot of editing. God. So anyway, I'm sorry, I'm tired. Oh gosh. So anyway, so I'm in English class, and now they're bringing up my best friend and I, and this is when it gets really awkward because this is my best friend from 8th grade, and I never looked at her any type of way because she was darker skinned. I always thought she was really, really attractive. She had a great body. Like, growing up, I never had a real shape because I don't know, I didn't start getting the shape until maybe sophomore, junior year, right? But she always had a really, really cute shape, thick in all the right places, nice small waist. She always dressed it really cute. I was always the real laid back type of person. I was one who's gonna wear sneakers or maybe some Uggs and some sweatpants. I didn't put that much effort into my clothes. I was just not my style. I was just the real laid back flannel, cargo pants, jeans. That's me. That's even now. That's how I kind of dress, right? So anyway, Jordans, Timbs. That was my style growing up, and hers is more of the cute, skinny leg. And mind you, we wore uniform, so she would dress up we would dress. We wore uniform, but we were able to dress it up a little bit and make it our own style. So again, I was like the flannel, loose fitting cargo type of pants. I didn't put too much effort into my uniform. That was just not me, right? But for her, she would put the cute little belt around her waist, and she might wear a cute little blazer and wear some cute little booties and have a little purse, and she'd do the jewelry and her eyebrows, and she was just always so dressed up, and she looked so freaking cute. And the teacher put us on blast for that specific thing. Was, oh, so-and-so, basically talking to me, how come you don't dress like your best friend? So I'm basically, my nickname was always Lee, right? And her nickname was always Key, right? So she was like, Lee, how come you don't dress like Key? And Key, I'm surprised because you're darker skin. I would expect you to dress like Lee. And I'm looking like, wait, what? What does skin tone have to do with how we dress? I didn't say that out loud. It was just more like, I guess, like in my head. But the other kids in the class kind of like said, oh, word. She dresses like basically just dark skin, and Key dresses light skin. And I'm like, wait, there's an actual dress type, like this is like there's an actual style that I'm supposed to like emulate because of my skin tone. Okay, that's weird. So it's just weird because now on social media, people always bring up like, oh, you're acting light skin, or being mixed or being light skin is not a personality type. But I didn't make it my personality. People actually brought up my skin tone on my person, like trying to compare my skin tone to my personality. Like, oh, if she has this skin tone, she must act like this, and if she don't, then she's acting this way. And it's like, that's not how that works. So I don't know. Hopefully this video was all right, because I'm still kind of like new making videos, so it is what it is. My bad, it's my brother-in-law. But yeah, it's just, I just find it really weird though. And okay, that's it.